I'm in the race, there's no place I'd rather be. I just need to go, don't matter where it leads. I'm in control, destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC. This is the ESC.
What's up everyone, my name is Eskootr and welcome to the first ever race of the eScooter Championship and welcome to our fantastic Electrik City. Let's be honest, this place is pretty sweet and it really represents the values of the ESC. It is a glimpse into the potential electric future. It provides a platform for us all to stay connected without having to consistently be on the road, and it incorporates sustainable micromobility travel. Hanging out with us today is Elliot Jackson, downhill mountain biker and founder of Grow Cycling based out of California.
Jess, what is up? It's super good to see you and I am stoked to be here. It's super exciting to bring this first ever ESC race to the world. I cannot wait to meet the riders, to see the track, the scooter, and to get into the racing.
Right on, Elliot. Throughout this, we're going to give you an insight into the machines themselves, the 30 athletes that will be going wheel to wheel battling it out on the track, and how the racing format works here at the ESC. ESC, eScooter Championship. Stick with us, all will be revealed throughout the show. What a better place to start than some of the info from the riders themselves. Let's get straight into it.
We all come from different backgrounds,
different parts of the planet, and different sports.
But together,
we're going to revolutionize
racing.
5 riders on a time, 5 laps of the course.
Top 4 racers advance to the next round
at over 100 kilometers an hour.
Make it all the way to the final, and it's first across the line.
And the winner takes all.
It's green, sustainable,
efficient,
accessible, rapid,
lightning fast.
Gender
neutral. We're all lining up here.
Hitting the apex every time. Let's go. This is ESC. This is ESC.
This is ESC. I've done it.
This is ESC.
We're all set off down the ramp with quite a lot of speed into this first corner. We come to outside through the chicane before the long straight on the back. We can optimise our speed here by using the boost button into the tight turns in the next section where it's shadowed by the trees. It's quite narrow and tight round here, so you've got to be quick and snappy. We've got to be really careful here, picking our lines wisely. Come back into the arena, different floor surface, and then we cross the finish line, and that's 1 lap.
Elliot, that was awesome. Talk to me.
I mean, it's just crazy. So many elements to contend with. I'm just in shock. But on a serious note, there's the obvious, right? We have start ramps, indoors, outdoors. But from a rider perspective, the surface changes, the mini ramps, changing light conditions, tight doorways. I mean, I kind of want to just ride it.
Sure, but before we do that, Marcus Bronzy is down trackside. Marcus, bro, what's good down there?
Hi there, Marcus Bronzy, live from the iconic Printworks in London in the paddocks for the first ever ESC, eScooter Championships. Here we can see the S1X scooters on their e-docks, charged up, ready to go. We have the technicians making the last-minute adjustments before we begin the first ever races on these top-level scooters. There's people from all walks of life, of all ages, and they've all gathered here today to enjoy some of the most premium racing you can find.
We
We've been watching, listening, learning, researching, designing, creating, tracking, sourcing, building, charging, testing, redesigning, rebuilding, retesting, and recharging alongside the world's leading tech and advanced engineering companies. The process has been challenging, but this has only increased our drive to achieve the goals we have set. Initial designs provided the basis for the project, and they have only progressed since inception. This is the first generation. This is an electric racing scooter. These machines are covered in natural fiber bodywork that cover a carbon fiber chassis. The wheels are wrapped in 11-inch tires, powered by front and rear-wheel drive 6-kilowatt motors. 160mm front and rear disc brakes will provide the stopping power needed in city centers. The left hand controls the rear brake and the boost button, which offers riders 20% more power. Rear engine mapping up or down can also be switched here. The on-scooter display can show the rider information on over 15 elements, both for scooter settings and race timings. The right hand will use a twist throttle to power both 6-kilowatt motors. How this power is distributed to the front motor is also controlled here. With a top speed of 100 kilometers per hour or just over 60 miles per hour with a total weight of 40 kilograms and with fully rechargeable batteries, this is the S1X.
Saturday's racing will take a traditional tournament bracket format containing all 30 riders. 5 riders will enter each heat and pick up points as they cross the finish line. You gotta finish in the top 4 to progress. The higher you finish, the more points you pick up. There will be a total of 6 heats in a regular season Saturday. And we will say goodbye to the rider that finishes in 5th place. The 24 riders that advance will make up 4 quarterfinals. Each race in this round will contain 6 riders to make the track feel even tighter. The top 3 finishers in each race will progress. This is the round that halves the field. Time for the riders to make their presence known. We now move to the business end, the semifinals. 2 races, 6 riders per race. Top 3 from each will advance to the final race of the event. Points are gained here in each finishing position. The real prize? A spot on the ramp for the grand final. Points earned are bigger and better in the final, and after a tough day of racing, it all comes down to this. The top 6 riders of the day will line up side by side with one common goal: to become an event winner in the first ever season of the eScooter Championship.
An historic moment here at the Printworks then, with the first heat of the eScooter Championship. Which one of these 5 is going to be the one that wins the very first race of this brand new sport? And we're underway in this first ever eScooter Championship race, and what a start it is for Vernet, who takes the lead and he heads into the light.
Yes, Vernet takes the lead. Mayround in second, below Gowan and Hood rounds up the top 5, going down the back straightaway.
But who will be in the top 4 in this one as he passes on the inside? Can he make it stick this time? It's really tight through the chicane, and he does. Great riding by Marcus Bronzy.
That was clean, really, really good. He got a run, he's been setting it up. Oh, and we got a crash for Vernet.
Into the building, and now we'll enjoy this one, swinging towards the line, and victory with a skid and a slide and a slam. What a first race that was. Let's have a look at the final classifications then of this first heat. Confirmation then, Matisse Nehru, the winner, 5:21 for him. Then Chelsea Gowland, Amar Vernet, and Maria Below, with Amy Hood bringing up the rear. And away they go with a big kick, and immediately see, a big slide. It's Skinner who is down on the opening corner. Let's have another look at the start then, and this was a dramatic moment. Rider under investigation, causing a collision. So there's going to be some work here for the commission to do, and the race director.
I believe that's Skinner making a comeback after a big crash. Luna was very, very quick yesterday. Skinner coming back, but they're in the top 4. They're going through. Look at the pass, super clean. as they go into, I believe, turn number 9. Ooh, pushing. He wants some redemption, going back in for lap number 6.
Shetty over the line then, taking victory for the Carlin team, followed in by Howden. And away they go. How tight will this first bend be? Oh, 2 down. Absolute carnage at the start. Let's have another look at this replay. Pick it apart for us.
Yeah, you can see that Daly just gets tight.
Morgan in the lead then from Letelier, Gushardi, and then Daly is almost 20 seconds back after that opening bend smash past the midway point.
Early in the day to do it, and it looks like we're going to the print works.
Morgan then heads back inside. He's heading to victory, having come through that first corner carnage, and now he crosses the line.
Welcome back to our Electric City, and guess what? We just made history down on the Printworks circuit track here in London by having the very first races from all of those riders from heats 1 to 3. And I tell you what, I had goosebumps from start to finish. Elliot, give me your thoughts. I gotta hear them, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I've been talking to the riders, I've been watching the practices, but I don't think anything can prepare me for what I saw. Like, from start to finish, super intense, always action going on. There's qualifying, the top 4 make it through, and all of the riders were just pushing every step of the way. It was amazing to see.
Seems to be a little bit of dominance from some of the teams there throughout some of those heats. There's some nice front runners coming out here. Of course, there's still many more races to go, and well, just because you win one heat doesn't mean you win everything. You're accruing points, but does that kind of set the pace and the tone for us a little bit here, Elliot?
Yeah, you know, actually we saw that dominance by the Player 1 team in that first heat. I actually got to talk to them. They were talking about tire pressure, but they wanted to keep it a secret. They thought I might have been from one of the other teams, so it's all good.
All right, well, we have Marcus waiting down to talk to Billy Morgan, who we just saw recently race.
So, Billy, congratulations. How you feeling about that one?
Yeah, it's all right, wasn't it? Happy days.
Happy days, yeah?
Happy days.
All right, talk us through the race, though, because you played hard, and let's go through it.
Yeah, well, I had a couple of bad starts in practice. I was in this dilemma where I didn't really know what I was doing off the gate, so it was, if I get ahead, crack on with the line. If not, I'd have to kind of work it out. But luckily, I got out enough at the beginning. I'm not sure what happened behind me, but it sounds like a few people went down. And then I thought I could just relax a little bit because there was just 2 of us, but he was just hard on my tail the whole time.
Yeah, and you did whip out the stanky leg, and I believe that helped you keep your line. For those that don't know about that, can you talk us through that as well, please?
It's my little leg that hangs out. I don't know, it happens to me, I think. It just feels like the most natural way for me to ride it. I can absorb the bumps a little bit better. Still working it out, you know, it's a new thing.
But it's working for you. But what's the strategy moving forward then?
I have no idea. I'll have to speak to the guys. They know what's up.
Okay. I've got a bit of good news, you know. Your boss is behind you, and I think he just saw you take that win as well, just over there. The Hulk's there.
Yeah, because he saw me lose yesterday, and I saw him disappointed, which is just the worst look, but hopefully he'll be stoked today.
Well, you redeemed yourselves. Good luck moving forward. Cheers, Billy.
The ESC is a sustainable organization.
Sustainability is the future, and it's really incredible to be a part of one of the very first sports with focus in micromobility and sustainability.
We can change the way we travel in our cities. It's making the future of our world a better place.
The Earth has limited resources, so if we want to do fun things like motorsport, we really need to make it carbon neutral, and the ESC has gone above and beyond to achieve that goal. From natural fibre bodywork on the scooters, recyclable batteries, recyclable tyres, they've gone to every effort.
They have thought of everything, even down to the biofuel for the transportation, and also the lanyards that we're going to be wearing at the races are going to be made of recycled plastic as well.
Even this hat I'm wearing, sustainable.
being part of a sustainable event, it just gives you a good feeling inside as well, because you feel like you're helping to save the planet in small ways, and them small ways make a big difference.
I want to be part of the future. I want to be part of the development of sports, and this is a sort of something fabulous, and having a forward-thinking mind is what the future holds.
It's just going to be really exciting, really fresh to the world. I don't think anybody's really doing anything like this at the moment.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do in terms of trying to spread the message and try and inspire, you know, the next generation to see how we can use technology to better our futures.
The lights go green and we're all go, and a real mixed start in this one.
Yeah, we're going down the back straightaway. Wilfred, moves over. He's doing a little bit of moving down the straightaway. I don't know if we like that. Danny, whoa! Wow, that was intense.
And now his shoot's going to make the pass. It's tight. Can he hold it? He's on the outside. Oh, they've stacked it.
Wow, you could just see Wilfred there. And now O'Neal. O'Neal comes into the third position. And as we go to the checker flags in the print works, Brooks takes the win.
Class from Brooks as he crosses the line in first place. And we go here. Oh my goodness, Jordan Rand, what happened there? Down on the ramp. White made a little mistake just behind, and he could be being lined up here by Lara.
Yep, and you can see White used a little bit. There's a classic move right there. Lara down the back straightaway.
Let's have a look for Jordan Rand. Oh dear. Just caught the wall. A quick swing as he heads towards the checkered flag. Victory for Salik. He'll be delighted with that. Luke Hedger closest to the camera. Right-hand side of the screen has been so quick. And he's going to get the start with a big kick right off the top. And from the outside to first, it's Luke Hedger who's going to take the lead in this one.
Corti just applying the pressure. Hedger moving around a lot. Oh, makes him, wow, and Corti, and it looks like just the rubbing. Both of these guys have motorcycle experience, so they're not afraid of this.
What's going on? And Hedger's back into the lead. Luke Hedger, dominant again at the Printworks. He's writing his own headlines as they come into the building. Oh, that was tight on the line. Cabrini gets it.
Welcome back to the Electric City, where Elliot and I are still trying to sort of catch our breath as we realize that there's been 6 heat races and 6 eliminated riders as a result. Now, that hits hard, but that's what competitive racing does. I want to deep dive a little bit further as we work out what happened in the last heat race there, Elliot, that really struck your fancy.
Yeah, you know, Jess, what I'm seeing is these combinations of classic racing elements. We have the physicality, we have the lines on the track, we have the equipment. But the thing that is sticking out to me the most is the strategy that the riders are using with the boost. In that last heat, we saw Cabrini actually finishing the heat, making that overtake on Corti in the last turn, and she still has 20 seconds more boost than those top 2 riders did the whole race. So going into the quarterfinal and the semifinal, she's going to be at a huge advantage.
Alrighty, well, you're interested in the boost. There's so much that's going on here. That last heat, how many of those riders do you think will make it to the end?
Man, I think Luke, he's got to be my pick. He looks so smooth, so fast. Put him in there.
Yeah, well, I hear that Luke Hedger has a bit of a cute little nickname. We might reveal it to you later, but for now, let's toss you down with Marcus Bronzy.
Luke Hedger, how are you feeling after that big win there?
Yeah, good. Yeah, Claudio pushed me for a couple of laps. It's such a real nice pleasure battling with him, so I really enjoyed it and really enjoyed being out there. Pleasure to be out there, so yeah, mega excited.
You got to admit though, you had to work a little bit harder for it today, didn't you?
Oh yeah, of course. He's an ex-MotoGP rider. I always expect him to be there. So no, happy I beat him. So yeah, mega happy.
Form's looking good, and just in case anyone wonders why you're blowing kisses at the camera, because you do that sometimes. Who are you doing that for?
I'm doing that to my fiance just there. Yeah, she's, as you can tell, she's always by my side and supports me every way.
More of the same coming up then, Luke?
I hope so. I'll try my hardest.
I'll let you crack on then, mate.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well, I hear his nickname is Bushy Hedger. I'll let you guys think about that one. But for now, we're going to throw you away and we'll see you very shortly.
Don't matter where I'm in control. Destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC. Don't matter where it leads. I'm in control. Destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC.
Welcome back to ESC Electric City and welcome back to the first ever ESC event. No time to waste, it is back down to Printworks London to get straight into some more racing action.
On the right-hand side of the screen, Supreme, but will he get it this time round from the outside as we're underway? And it's tight into this first corner. Oh, and we've got a faller. Well, that was a big impact. And real danger off the start line once again as Undergurner takes the lead and Shetty is hot on his heels.
Shetty, yeah, cool as a cucumber. And we have another faller down there. It looks like Chelsea Gowland has crashed as Wilfred leads.
Well, let's have another look at the start again. It's Nikki Daly who's got the jump. Oh dear, caught by Undergurner.
Yeah, you can just see they just got caught up. And here we go. We've got Chelsea Gowland here. What happens? Oh, just a little bit of rubbing. Very aggressive again. That curve just catches her out.
We're on board then with Shetty, who's got the prime position of the posterior. And Undergurner right in front of him, and he's closing up here, thinks of a pass, but elects not to this time round. But Shetty so smooth out there.
And this is foreign to Shetty. He's generally been leading all the laps. He's had people behind him. He's cool as a cucumber. We'll see how he plays this out. You know, he seems to be very smart, very low-risk rider, and very smooth.
Absolutely. And you can see the distance they've already put between themselves and Bello in third place, and Luna. And Luna, maybe a surprise he's so far back at this point.
I think Luna got caught up, and I think that Luna is one of those type of riders that builds. And we're on board with Shetty, looks like. But maybe he's made a pass. Look at the lines.
Yeah, that's right. You can see that Shetty is in first place. We're going to have a look at how he made his way to the front as he completes the lap. And Undergurner is in second.
Shetty leads us. As I said, this guy is ice cold. Let's look at the replay. Goes down the back straightaway. Just a clean overtake up the inside in turn 5. Super silky smooth. Nowhere for Wilford to cut back. Classic.
Absolutely classic. So, Chelsea Gowland maybe now will just slow things down a little bit for Shetty. Shetty is trying to find a way past to keep his speed up, but we know that Gowland maybe will feel pretty good about this. She has good pace and has had good pace through the weekend, and he's going to try and track down Daly as you see the speeds down the back straight.
Yeah, I think she might run out of time, but again, anything can happen. If any one of these riders crash, she can then pick up the pieces, so she's got to stay committed. And then as we go back towards Luna running in the third place. Right now he's in. He's got to keep it clean.
Top 3 go through, and so Luna right now is the third of those that's heading through towards the semi-finals. And you really see the technique, the shoulders, the arms, the legs. It's a full body workout for these racers, no doubt about that.
Yep, and it just looks like he's calm, cool, collected, running his own race. He's got nobody around him, and it'll just be something where he kind of makes it through to the next round, bags some points for Murphy Scooters.
Well, we can see Luna, but what about Bello? Well, dropping off the pace just a little bit and running out of boost. You can see that number at the bottom of the screen. 68 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and they're just getting faster all the time. Daly looks like maybe being able to put some pressure on below. She was 2.3 seconds or 2 seconds faster than her last lap. Points are crucial here.
Well, seeing them sweep all the way through all of this, and now this is Gowland, who is last. She's been lapped by Shetty, but hanging on right now, and she's hoping that that's going to bring her back into the race with a lap to go, just over. But she's done really, really well to hang on the pace of Shetty, who's been outstanding as he enters into the Printworks and now has just 1 lap to go.
Yeah, and that's something that's huge, is when you got a rider in front of you just pushing and you're able to follow, just use the lines and just kind of, it's a lot easier to follow, and you can see Chelsea Gowland just tucks in behind Shetty and just running her own laps. I don't think it's gonna make a difference now, but you can just tell she's riding really good.
Shetty, clean as a whistle in this one, had to come from the outside, but he's done everything that's been asked of him. He's been pretty much wheel perfect so far as he swings back into the building and now heads towards the line. Back-to-back victories then confirmed for Shetty as he heads through to the semi-finals with victory. And I'll tell you what, his team will be happy with that. Carlin looking good right now.
I'm Billy Morgan, I'm 33 years old, I grew up in Southampton. I'm a professional snowboarder. I competed for 7 or 8 years up until the last Olympic Games in Korea, where I got a bronze medal in big air. Because I'm stood sideways on the snowboard, it's kind of similar to standing on a scooter, and I ride switch and normal on a snowboard, so I can kind of switch my feet a little bit and kind of dance around a little bit, which helps me be more mobile with the scooter. So I went to like Tumble Tots when I was like 4, and the lady there said to my mum he needs to go and do something else because I think I was a little bit out of control. So I went to something a bit more constructive, which ended up being sports acros, and I was basically the kid that got thrown up in the air and doing all the flips and at the top of the pyramid and all that kind of stuff. What attracted me more about snowboarding was that snowboarding was very free and I could just do whatever I wanted, and that's what I loved about it. It's just the freedom to shred and have a good time. It's going to be a completely new thing for me. I've never done like head-to-head with someone. That's going to be a big challenge for me, and I like challenges. It's like go-kart racing on fast electric scooters, so what's not to like?
And they're underway, and a really, really good start on the outside, and they're 3 abreast as they go around that first turn. Really strong stuff here. Nehru is there, and he's putting everything he can on Jessica Howden. You just see how close they are as he switches back to the inside.
Yes, you can see Espinoza opens up. He's on the curb there. Just gets a little bit tight. I think he might have just touched the bottom of leaning that over of the S1X a little bit.
Matisse heading for victory then as he heads back inside the Printworks and over the line and into the semi-finals with a nod of the head. Really good stuff from him. Look out for Luke Hedger, who's on the right-hand side of your screen. Killian Lara. Billy Morgan as well, who's in the middle. Let's see what happens in this first turn. It's Morgan who gets the leg out first, and he's the one who leads the way as they head outside for the first time. Just beginning to make some ground as Corti comes up to the inside. It's so close. And that's a mistake from Morgan. He had to push off. He's trying to rein his man in and get some slipstream here. Oh, he's on the inside. They clash. Goodness gracious, Lara hangs on, but goodness knows how. And now up the inside, there could be an opportunity for Hedger, but the door is shut by Morgan.
And you can see there, he's using the boost just everywhere. Not something normal we see. We thought everybody would just use it down the back straightaway, but Morgan doing everything he can. Oh, got grabbed by Morgan. We've got a red flag on our screens here.
Second time of asking, away they go, and this time, no question for Hedges, who gets on the outside, and he could be off to the races here. Really good start this time from him, and after him is Killian Lara.
Yes, and things here, we've got to look. Everything's changed now. We've got Hedger out front, and look, Corti, the Bulldog, is he going to make a move? He moves over on Lara, makes the pass. It was clean, but the cut back from Lara, he's very aggressive, makes it happen.
We're going to see Luke Hedger again crossing the line in first place. He's been a superstar all weekend. Another victory for him. Corti in second, and Lara in third place. But the battle, it was an absorbing one as well for fourth between O'Neill and Morgan, with Jam Grashadi finishing in sixth place, but Hedger making the most of the restart. And we're underway then, and this is a great start to take the lead in this one. And it could be some team riding from the Murphy team, who have got first and second. Salik and Schutz are the two quickest off the gate.
Yes, and they stack up down the back straightaway, both Murphy riders that kind of spread themselves out. And you got Brooks in third, didn't quite get the run. And then you've got the 258 of White.
So Schutz is leading from Salik. Big move coming down the inside from Brooks. Dan Brooks is pushing pretty hard here. Remember, top three go through to the semi-finals, but it's about more than that right now.
Pushing the S1X to the max. Brooks has a little look up the inside, tries to make anything. Can't. White, wow, it looks like Salik pushing that. Look, now they're all stacked up. They don't get the run. Brooks making the run down. Does he go from third to third? Does he stick it? He does not. Or does he? They're bumping and banging. Wow, he didn't make any spots up.
Trey White running wide as well. He was trying to have a little nibble as Brooks comes up the inside.
The top three, I don't know if they're going to take much risk. The Murphy guys are really going to just team ride, I would say.
Well, we've got some news coming in. Salik is going to be dropped 2 positions due to a jump start. Now, that means he has to win this race to go through. Will there be any kind of team thoughts in this? If he's anywhere other than that, he'll be on the outside, and right now he's on the outside as Letelier pushes wide on White, and that allows Cabrini to come through.
Wow, this is huge, but like you said, Salik, he has to win this. He has gotten to the front here. He has to win with a 2-position drop. And look, Cabrini, she's getting some clean air, and she is so quick.
Absolutely. So Salik from Brooks and Schutz, and Cabrini is now trying to chase down Schutz the best she possibly can.
Onto the back straightaway they go. And here we go, Brooks up the inside, makes it happen. Wow, is Race Direction gonna take a look at that? Now Salik, he's out. This puts Cabrini in second place.
Goodness gracious, Schutz in third. We have a new leader, Brooks, and Cabrini is absolutely on his tail right now. This is a race full of drama.
Yes, Cabrini showing what happens when she gets some serious speed and she can just do her own lines. Look, she's very, very calm, cool, and collected. They're going 65 down the straightaway here without boost. Trey White trying to block. It looks like Letelier.
Seems to have a power problem there, Trey White, but then finds it back. He then runs wide on the exit. It is incredible. Brooks heading back into the print works, and he has 1 lap to go as he crosses the line now, and he swings into this final lap. It's been some brave racing from him, and did he do too much? I wonder.
37.5 for Brooks. That's got to be the fastest of the racing so far. Look, Schutz seems like he's in a clear position. So is Cabrini. They just need to relax and bring it home.
Cabrini in second place. He's trying to do just that as she heads through the chicane, and now back into the building they come. Brooks will head over towards the line. Cabrini in second place. She'll be through to the semi-finals. Big smile of relief from her. Schutz is in third place.
You know what? You're a bit prophetic in nature there, Elliot. You were talking about Sarah Cabrini, and we saw the fight there to get into the top 3. I mean, damn, she really put on a show.
I mean, what can you say? She is on fire. Not only is she on fire, 37-second lap time, coming from last all the way to second. Just amazing.
You know what else is amazing? She's also the only woman that's going to be moving forward with us, repping it for the girls here. I'm so excited to see what she's got, but there is so much more racing action to come. We'll come back to you soon.
Don't matter where I'm in control. Destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC. Don't matter where it leads, I'm in control, destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC.
Semi-final number 1 then, here at the Printworks in London. And whilst it may be a new sport, the ESC is making plenty of noise. The klaxon sounds as the riders are 1 minute away, just under. Let's take you through the starting gate then. In lane 1, team 258 Racing, Wilfred and Njunguna. Next to him is Skinner representing Carlin, who've had a very good day. Nehru, no messing from him, an exciting rider, unbeaten so far. India's Anish Shetty for Carlin. There's Luna riding for Murphy Scooters, and there is Vinay, tall, angular, and incredibly skilled on a scooter. So the countdown is on here. The red light is on. A moment's silence before these races get underway. We wait for the green light. And this first semi-final is underway, and Shetty has made a great start for Carlin, but that's a great cutback in there. And in the end, it's Shetty who's going to just about lead it, is he? Yes, he has the lead. Now they're in open air, and Njunga is in second.
Yes, this is huge. They're going to go 65 to 70 k's per hour down this back straightaway. Shetty on the inside, not allowing anybody to go by him into turn 5.
Here is Shetty moving through, flicking one way, then the other. And it looks like Nehru is going to put some pressure on right now, but so far, Wilfred Njunga has done a good job on this first lap of ensuring that he's not left the door open at all.
Yes, and look, Shetty, this guy has just been so calculated the entire day. Hasn't put one foot wrong, has been so good. Let's see if anybody can get a run. Matisse going down the inside, getting blocked a little bit. Can't quite make it happen. They fall back in line.
Vinay is in the picture as well as Matisse cuts to the outside. Can he get round? No, says Njunga. And now we have a big off. We're on board. Njunga goes down. And he'll have to pick his S1X up.
Shetty, Nehru, wow, that was big. They get some breathing room now from Luna and Vernay, and you've got Skinner there in 5th.
Well, Shetty, calmness personified at the front. Clear track in front of him. You see his speeds, plenty of boost remaining as well. That's a button that will give him a little bit more speed.
That's a huge tactic, not to be able to use that boost button, save it for the final, because there's really one big passing opportunity is in turn 5. He's going to use a little bit of boost here. You can see there, just to get the jump out of the corner, just kind of squirt in between each corner here.
We're on board with Anish Shetty. There he is, but he's under a bit of pressure right now from Mathis Nehru, from the player 1 team. See Shetty stacked up, taking very different lines, these racers.
Nehru has been fast all day. He's going to put a little bit of pressure on Shetty, but Shetty has not cracked one bit. Look at the different line choice from Matisse here. Just running a lot more open lines, fast, flowy. Wow. I don't know if he's going to be able to get by, but this is quite crazy. Look at the Carlin team looking by.
Yeah, a few nerves, no doubt about that. As for once you see Shetty stick a foot out there just to balance himself, and Nehru may try and capitalize here. The battle at the front is real right now between these two. We're on board with Nehru. He's looking for a way on the outside. Can he get round the outside and chop back? Maybe. He's trying this time, but I tell you what, the racing skills of Shetty, as he comes under pressure again, he just is taking great lines here.
Whoa, that was tight in there. Look at Nehru. There it is. They get close. He runs wide. Is he going to hold it? He gets it done. They both are using a little bit of boost as they kind of come back in the stadium here, and they're going into turn 1. Will Shetty respond is the question.
Well, he's got clean air between himself. Oh, he's got a chance right now. He boosts. Is he past? I think he is.
Yep, and he throws the boost back on down the straightaway. Can Nehru come down the outside? No, it looks like he's made a little bit of a mistake. And then we've got Luna in 3rd place.
Let's have another look at this one as they come out of the turn.
Wow, he's created so much lean angle there. And look at Shetty going back up the inside there. These guys are racing so tight, so clean, really good racing.
We're back on board then with Nehru. We see the Carlin leathers of Shetty as he dangles that right leg. And these two really are duking it out here with just over a lap and a half to go.
We've got to just remember, Matisse needs to just relax a little bit. He's creating a lot of risk carrying those wide lines and has more lean angle than anyone.
We've got another faller at the back as well. Vinay goes down as Matisse tries to sweep round the outside. Has he got the angle this time? He has! Can he hold it? In this semi-final, what a pass from Nehru, who now leads the way.
Can he put some distance between himself and Shetty? It looks like he's created a little bit of a gap there. He's got to put clean laps together on the last lap.
Big cheers from the fans here at the Printworks as Nehru is scything his way through as we've got another faller. In the background, Nehru checks his shoulder. All he can see is Shetty. Skinner is in 3rd place for Carlin, incidentally.
No, Skinner crashed. That's big for Carlin. Now Murphy Scooter Luna moves back to the 3rd position.
Nearly dropping the knee to that right-hand turn as they come back into the complex here, and now 2 turns away from the finish. Nehru will sweep round. He's the first one into the final. He'll be joined by Shetty. But the question is, who else is going to be with them? We have an investigation for Luna on the track for how he dealt with the track limits. Well, Luna finished in 3rd, as now we see Skinner come over the line in 5th place. A little jig of delight from Nehru, but there will be this investigation and we await official word as to what this will be, but what a race that was.
Wow, I'm so blown away. The last lap, 37.6 from Matisse there. Man, this guy, he creates a lot of lean angle. He's very, very excited, and he's very quick when he gets some clean air.
Player 1 and Matisse Nehru take victory. Shetty, who was put under real pressure for the first time here at Printworks.
I love Shetty though. He just is so risk-free. He's just really, really chilled out there. He doesn't take anything, you know, unneeded, and is able to just really, look, we got some fans, but just Shetty, I'm just love the way he's calm, cool, and collected the whole time.
Right, let's have a look at the final classifications then, and we'll see who's heading through to the final. Confirmation, Matisse Nehru is heading as winner. Anish Shetty will be joined by Danny Skinner as Luna drops one place. Massive, massive for the Carlin team. So Luna misses out, Vinay misses out, as does Njunguna as well. Let's have a look back at what was a dramatic first semi-final.
Look at Shetty, drops the leg out there, doesn't quite get it done. Nehru tries to go up the inside, and wow, they're so close.
Shetty had the lead, and then it was Njunguna who got himself in a bit of a tangle here. Ends up going wide, and he had to block and block and block. And then all of a sudden, well, seemed to go over the top.
Yeah, you can just see they were just pushing a little too hard. It was the first lap. We got to remember the tires need to warm up. And then you've got Matisse goes back to the front, and then they're in quite a big battle with Shetty there. These guys were racing really, really clean. I love to see that. And then Matisse finally makes that pass.
Two very different styles.
Definitely look at this by Matisse. And then just gets a little bit of clear air, brings it home.
Two big threats for the final. Nehru will fancy his chances. There he is.
Congratulations, Matisse, one of the first people through to the final. How are you feeling?
Feeling good again.
That was a big battle. For 5 laps, you were behind Shetty, and then you got ahead. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I don't have enough boost. I used it too much before, and yeah.
And boost is a very important thing because people are saving it for the final. How are you feeling about the boost that you have left?
I think I can maybe make it, but I won't put myself in danger.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations once again for being through to the final.
We've all seen We've all seen e-scooters, right? Well, you haven't seen anything like this. But seriously though, what the hell are these things? When it comes to the rider controls, let me talk you through them. On the right hand side, of course, you have a throttle, which works how you would expect a regular throttle to work. Twist and go. Front and rear hydraulic disc brakes. Here's where things get a little bit more interesting though. On the left and the right hand side of the handlebars, you'll see these red and blue buttons. Now these activate customizable mapping, which is designed specifically for each rider. If they want to hit the straights, they'll hit a specific setting, and if they want to hit some of those noodly turns, they'll hit another. Now these will be very important when it comes to racing because we'll see different riders utilize these in different ways. The riders also have a 2D display which gives them live information on their scooter. That includes motor temperature, which setting that they have it set on in terms of power ratio, and also battery voltage. Each rider wears a wristband which is connected to their scooter. If the rider and the scooter are separated, it activates a kill switch immediately. My favorite button, the boost button. Hit that, you get an extra 20% juice. It doesn't last forever though, so drivers will have to be sparing with the use of it. I'm sure we can all agree this is one insane machine.
An insane machine, you tell me, Marcus Bronzy? Okay, I haven't been on one myself. You and I have been talking, Elliot. We want to get on one. I'm a very small person, so I tell you what, it's going to take a lot of strength from me. But my God, we've seen so much boost, riding styles and everything. What do you make of it?
Well, you know, one of the things that I want to talk about, actually, you mentioned the strength, is the physicality of it. I was talking to the riders, and they mentioned their legs actually cramping up. You know, the only person that I talked to that really didn't have any sort of physical, like, exhaustion was Shetty. I mean, kind of makes sense. CrossFit world champ.
Oh. You know what? The CrossFit world, I am not that fit by any means, and I don't propose that I will ever be as fit as that man. Wasn't he one of the fittest people in all of Asia at some point?
I mean, I don't know, like, anything, I feel like anything compared to me, I'm like, Shetty, just go do your thing, like lift up some heavy stuff and put it down and then go ride your scooter super fast.
Speaking of letting people do their things, I hear the commentators really want to kick off here into our very next race, so let's not keep them any longer. Let's go.
Well, let's have a little look then at who we have on the grid, on the inside with the 444 is Dakota Schutz, somebody who has a long relationship with electric scooters. There is Sarah Cabrini, who's just been smooth as all the way through. Here's the Bulldog, as you called him before, Claudio Corti. There's Dan Brooks, so good as he went through. Lara, one of the most exciting riders on the ramp. And then the super fast Luke Hedger on the outside. Tough area for him to go from if he's going to get to the front. What do you think the strategy will be for those on the outside half of the grid?
You've just got to roll turn one. You got to get a good push off, and you got to roll turn one.
The semi-final is ready. The red lights are on. They wait to go. The nerves will be kicking in here as now we get the green light, and away we go. And it's Corti who takes the lead, but he's going to be swept underneath. And all of a sudden, it is the Murphys that are in front, and it is Lara.
Definitely Lara takes it. It looks like Hedger had a little bit of an issue, so he didn't quite get the start he needed. Look, Corti down the back straight away. And then we've got Brooks going into the second. We've got two Nico Roach Racing scooters at the front.
Absolutely, yes. There is Lara, and there's a lot of pressure that's coming from Corti on Brooks. You see Corti on that pink machine with the yellow helmet. He's trying to work his way through. A glance over the shoulder. Remember, the top three go through to the final. It's a wide line taken there.
Big mistake from Corti there. Maybe the tires aren't upright. We've got a little debris in the track there. And Cabrini now goes to the third position. She's been very good when she gets some clear track. Can she hunt down the two Nico Roach Racing riders?
We've talked about the team racing. You just see how bouncy it is on the track at times, and that will mean the arms and the legs really have to compensate. Remember, this is a long weekend when we get to this stage.
Very physical, very technical track. As they go, when we've got Lara, Brooks, Cabrini just getting back to them. Is she gonna use some boost? Is she gonna try to catch him? I think so. She's in the danger zone.
As you mentioned, top three go through us. Now we're gonna see a pass on the outside, are we? A little look over the shoulder from Lara, and he's let Brooks go.
Sometimes it's a little bit easier to follow. Brooks has been very composed. He's got good line choice from his motorcycle background. And now Lara not doing anything, say, risky. And then Cabrini just following behind. 37.9 for Cabrini. Super fast pace.
Wow. Cabrini is on it. Brooks is on it. And he is leading as things stand. We're midway through this second semi-final. Cabrini so stylish, right on the back end of a S1X.
Brooks there stretching it out, does a 37.4. Oh, we've got some Hedger coming from behind. He's in a great battle with Corti. Corti drops the leg out, trying to block a little bit, right at the defensive. I don't know if Hedger's gonna have enough time.
Hedger has been super fast all weekend, but he is missing a little bit of boost. Taken off in that following his performance in the Eliminator, where he was the winner, and others decided that he maybe needed to lose a little of that advantage. As Cabrini checks her shoulder, she can't see anything yet, but at the end of the straight, that battle continues.
Clean lines, and this battle rages on. Can Hedger, they call him Bushy, can he pass Corti and set his charge towards Cabrini? I think he's gonna run out of time. I'm not sure. He's pushing so hard on the S1X.
Corti, super defensive riding. And it just feels right now that Hedger is not going to get this done. He's just been slowed up for long enough. He's got to take the risk, but there's just no opportunity. Somehow, Corti is making this track look very narrow indeed.
Yeah, and you can see Corti there just using the boost. Hedger finally comes by, gets a little aggressive there. Now trying to make a charge. Only 2 laps left. Can he make the charge towards Cabrini? But Cabrini rolling back up on Lara.
Well, it's tight. It's going to be tight. Look already the distance that Hedger has made. They come back through one more time in this second semi-final.
Holy smokes. 36.9 for Hedger, pushing the limits. He's got 2 laps left. That is insane. It's the fastest we've seen all day. Hedger trying to make a charge. Can he catch Cabrini? She cannot be patient here. She has to push to the finish.
Look how close they are already. Hedger is on it right now. There is nobody faster on the track. No problems for Brooks, who's out in front. He's in the clear, but the battle is going to come behind him. Killian Lara is there, and now you see it. Hedger is right behind Cabrini. Has she got that ice-cool blood in her veins to hold on to this one? Hedger's up the inside. Is he going to get through? Oh, Cabrini's off. Cabrini is off.
No way. Maybe getting a little too aggressive there from Hedger. Oh no, he did not crash, just Cabrini. We hope she's okay. That is so unfortunate. Race Direction is definitely gonna have a look at that incident.
Well, Brooks is gonna come in to take victory, and he's gonna head through to the final. It's been a supreme performance from him, and he's gonna be joined by his teammate, Killian Lara. And Corti is closing in. We'll see him in a moment. Brooks the winner, and he deserves all of the accolades, but so much will be said as you see the delight for the Nico Roche racing team. Let's have another look at this one then from the start. Corti made a good start, but then there's that wonderful swing through from Lara, and that really set the table for what was going to happen next.
Yeah, bumping and banging the whole time. They go down this back straightaway, and you can see Brooks there trying to make a pass early on, Corti blocking, and then you get Cabrini in 4th place there, makes a clean pass from Brooks.
Cabrini looks so smooth. Just on her tiptoes there. Then there was this big moment, big back wheel slide there, well controlled.
Yeah, big battle from Hedger and Corti, both motorcycle riders. Look, he just gets aggressive. I think he was just a little bit too aggressive here as he caught Cabrini for the final lap, and then we had this heartbreak moment. Very aggressive move from Hedger up the inside. Maybe just taking out Cabrini.
There's Brooks, who's over the line. There he is in great voice. We can hear him now with Marcus.
Congratulations on that win there, buddy. Team Roche win. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, no, it was good. For me and my teammate to be first and second is really nice. So, yeah, it's good for Nico. And, yeah, I felt strong out there in that one.
I've got to be honest with you, Dan. Was there some team racing in there? Because I did see the overtake of Killian.
Yeah, there was a little bit because we just wanted to be safe with each other. And so, yeah, we worked together a little bit, and, yeah, it worked out well.
I have to ask you this, Dan. The final is up. You're going to be alongside your teammate. It's all friendly and laughs now, but is it going to be gloves off in the final?
I think so, yeah, for sure. We're both through to the final, so, yeah, we're both going to be going for it, but there will be respect there.
Cheers. Congratulations, and we'll see you in the final, Dan.
Thank you so much, guys. You've been doing a fantastic job down there. And I gotta say, the youngest rider who will also be in the finals there, Brooks, and the Nico Roche team, I mean, they're making a pretty big impact here, Elliot.
Yeah, it's so true. I couldn't help but to laugh. He's like, yeah, we had a plan. It's like, what's your plan? Oh yeah, to win. Yeah, okay, yeah, sweet. Yeah, I think that's my plan too.
It's also interesting because I love Bronzy. He asked the question, he goes, you know, what are you going to do in the final? I mean, you know, you'll be going head to head. There are team points, of course. We've really got to double down on that fact. But it's still, you know, who comes first, who comes second. If they go on, you know, toe-to-toe there, do you overtake him? Do you play defensively for him? I mean, it's kind of like that competitive nature, no?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And you heard him say, I think Dan might be a little bit faster, but, you know, no one knows, right? It's like we've seen all of these shakeups. I couldn't have predicted. I've been wrong. Actually, I tried to predict the races, but I've been wrong every single time. One of the things I wanted to highlight is just trying to give you guys things to watch for. So as I've been watching Dan ride, he's been on the limit every single race, and he's actually been scooting his stance back. And so what that's gonna do is allow him to steer a little bit from the rear end. You'll see him kind of being able to turn a little bit tighter than some of the riders, but it's a little bit risky because your back end can go out from underneath you.
How do you think he's sort of combating that? You know, obviously you have different stances, different ideologies of what is quote unquote right. We still don't know what is the most optimal way yet until we get those data metrics back, and maybe Brooks is sort of setting the pace here. But how does he sort of combat that kind of, you know, consequence of that riding style?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think, for one, we've seen the Nico Roche team really coming together. You saw them talking together, making plans together. But it's all about confidence. So one of the reasons he's able to do that is because he's kind of feeling where the traction is. He's feeling where the limit is. He's able to say, okay, I feel my back end going out or I feel my front wheel pushing, I know exactly how to counteract my weight to do that. And so it's really about these riders. They're learning as well, right? They're learning just like all of us. And so as we see them getting more and more comfortable, we'll see those lap times drop and we'll see more and more racing.
Well, you said you've been learning and I've just been watching this day of racing. And you know what I've learned as well here, Elliot? I've learned that I possibly could not have more fun than I'm having now. There is a final to come. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere.
Don't matter where I'm in control, destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC. Don't matter where it leads, I'm in control, destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC.
Welcome back to the Electrik City, where we have spoken about so many of the riders that have put on a damn good show for us here today. I want to know, what is the winning strategy in your opinion? You watched all of these races today. You got to have something for me, man. Give me the winning strategy for this final race.
If I was out there, I would get the whole shot and then, no, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I think we're gonna have to wait and see. I've seen a bit of everything. I can't tell you exactly what's gonna be the fastest, and I wonder if any of the teams or any of the riders have some tricks, hidden up their sleeves that they didn't want to let out until this final.
All right, well, I'm looking at my sleeves. And guess what I found? I found Marcus Bronzy, who wants to go speak to Mattis. So take us on down there.
I'm here with Matisse from Player One. Brother, you must be so excited to be through to the final because that last race was a real battle.
Yeah, it was. That was really close with Ashi. And that was, I don't remember all the name of all the riders, but yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, I mean, yourself and Anish Shetty had a real to and fro going on through that race, but you came out at the top. Your confidence must be high now, yes?
Yeah, I think it's because I always do scooter to go to school or to go to my home. It's always downhill in Switzerland, so you will see on the next race.
Ah, okay, big talk for the next race already. One more thing that a lot of the riders are considering at this moment in time is boost. Now you have about 40 seconds left?
Yeah, I have 42 seconds left, and I'm so hyped I have it because I thought I was using more than that, so happy for the final.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing you in the final. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
We've spoken about multiplicity of things. We spoke about the tech as well. You heard Bronzy speaking about the boost. Elliot's, broken it down a little bit there. You do need to keep your eyes at the bottom of the screen. We will flick it to you how much boost seconds are left for each of the riders, and do be aware that whatever is left is all that they can use throughout the race. Down that straight that we've been talking about, Elliot, is the best area for them to be able to employ it. We've been speaking overtaking and whatnot. What is an area that you think will really, these are microseconds we're talking here. What do you really think will give these riders the edge here?
Right, so I think the two things that I think about when I think of the boost so far is passing. So you're gonna see the riders use the boost on those long straights, pick a point like I was talking about, and this ESC is amazing because not only can I use the strategy there, but I can say, now is a great time for me to use that boost. The other thing that I've been seeing as we've kind of progressed throughout the day is the riders are just giving it a little hit as they come out of the turn. So you think about acceleration. So I come out of a tight turn, I'll hit the boost for maybe half a second just to get me up to speed, and that is going to be my speed all the way down these long straights.
Well, we have heard all of the different philosophies and strategies that might come into play for the finals, but I want to hear from one of your favorite riders that you've been pointing out all day here, Elliot. It's Shetty, and then we got Marcus Bronzy standing by.
Oh, you're fixing up your hair in this, Shetty. Well, no doubt that you're fixing up your hair there because you were moving fast. However, your last race was a bit of a challenge, but I suppose it's a good thing that you've had somebody that's pushing you to your next limits. You are through to the final. How do you feel about that?
It feels amazing. That was our goal right from the beginning to get to the finals, and we're happy that Team Scarlet's scooter is on the finals. I'm going to give my best for the finals and bring home the win.
Fantastic. You're staying cool, calm and collected. Look forward to seeing you in the final.
And I tell you what I'm ready for, Elliot. I'm ready for your prediction. What do you got coming up here for this final race? This is historic.
Now, who do you have?
You know what? I want the young guns. It's kind of like, you know, you want to look a little bit at your youth. So I'm going to live vicariously through Brooks, and I'm going to say, well, my man Brooks has got this one.
Okay. Who do I have? Killian seemed like he had something going on, but I think Luke, he's going to be my pick. He just seems like he wants it more. I don't know.
Alrighty. If I win, you owe me a drink. Just saying, I think I might have my prediction. I want to know your guys' prediction. Jump on social media, ESC.live as well. That's where all the social media is. But for now, we're going to throw it on down.
So this is it then, the very first ESC final, the opening round of the World Championship at the Printworks in London. Each of those riders will have a game plan. Each of those riders will know what they want to achieve as they head down the ramp. The question will be, is that going to be at odds with everybody else, and are they going to be able to achieve it? The fans are enjoying it. Nick Bright's enjoying it. He's got the tunes pumping inside the Printworks. And when you look up there, Mathis Neru looks as calm as you come, dancing and having fun.
Well, I just gotta say, this is the worst time, you know, the nerves are there, everyone's got butterflies, you know, when the visor goes down, they go away, but, you know, you've got all these athletes, you know, putting together their plans. If they get the start, are they going for it, or do they kind of hold back and save that boost for later in the race? It's 9 laps, an extra lap here, so longer race.
And what difference will that make? Under a minute to go then. Let's have a look through the lineup for this final. Anish Shetty from India representing the Carlin team has been outstanding so far. As he looks all the way down. There's Killian Lara, close up of him, such an exciting racer he is. Vinay has made it into the final. He's replacing Danny Skinner. There is Mathis Neru, and there is Dakota Schutz, who also makes it through to the final. The fans are on their tiptoes to get a glimpse of the start of this race. All of a sudden, the Printworks goes quiet. Eyes down, look in, they're ready to go. Green lights off, and this first final of ESC is underway. And the first turn, oh, we've got a faller. Wow, what a moment through that first turn it was.
Wow.
All of a sudden, we've got some separation, but Vinay is the surprise leader.
Vinay, Matisse around the outside, using the boost already. Goes around the outside, he seems like he's got that. Wow, they need to let the tires get warm. Shetty in third, and then we have Schutz in fourth. Both Nico Roach Racing riders have crashed in the first opening corner.
Incredible. Well, that is music to Mathis Neru's ears. The Swiss leads his way, and he carves back in to end this first lap. The question is, what are the rest of the pack going to do about it? There's no use waiting around now.
Danny Brooks trying to make a comeback. He's already back on that second group. Matisse has the separation. It looked like Shetty is going to have a little bit of a pass, and there's contact. And also, I want to mention, Shetty looks like he has a little bit of fog already, perspiration on his shield. Could that make it difficult for him to see?
Absolutely, great spot there as we're on board right here with Schutz. And he's right on the tail of Brooks, who's been so quick throughout all of this weekend. Schutz is pushing pretty hard, a bit of debris on the track as well. Yeah. You see that fog just growing on the visor. Oh, what a move up the inside. Brooks to cut through from Brooks.
Carving his way through. He's coming after Shetty. Wow, look at this. They're tight back up with Vernay and Schutz.
And Killian Lara is not going to die wondering here, is he? Fastest lap, 37.7 from Neru at the front. He's setting the pace for everybody else as Schutz tries to go around the outside. Vinay shuts the door. We're on board with Schutz. Can he find a move here? Coming back. He's off! He's off!
That was a big one from Schutz. It's going to be interesting to see what happens now. Does he get back up? That was in a very tight spot. Vinay here trying to stretch it out. I think this is Brooks.
We're on with Brooks. You can see the back of Shetty. The Carlin racer is swinging one way, then the other. Brooks is running out of boost. Remember, he was stopped 30 seconds as Nehru continues to stretch the lead right at the front. Remember, as you see him there, he looks absolutely majestic. But Brooks is on Shetty right now, and the pressure is piling on the Indian.
Yep, and it looks like Shetty has got some fog built up on the shield. Brooks all over him. Brooks goes 37.2, the fastest lap. Can he make quick work with Shetty and chase down Nehru? We've got some laps left. Can he make it happen? But these guys are in the podium positions.
Well, let's have another look at what happened here. There is Vernet, and then all of a sudden, as Brooks went by, we'll find out what happened here. We'll get a better view. He just went up the inside, and
Killian Lara actually went up the inside, and that's what kind of caused that crash. It's under investigation. We'll see what race direction has. But look, Brooks, is he up the inside of? He does. He makes a big move. Now is he going to set his sights on Nehru? 2.5 seconds. Can he close the gap?
well, he's trying right now, and Shetty's trying to hang in there. It looked like Brooks was going to pull away for a moment. This is the battle for second place right now. Nehru, by the way, has got no boost left.
That's crucial. And now does Shetty just get on the back of Brooks and allow himself to get towed back up to Matisse here? I think it's going to come down to, we've got 3 laps to go, 2 laps to go. Oh, they're there. They cut the gap down to 2.3, 7.6 for Brooks here. And we're on with Shetty.
Yeah, if Isaac can with Shetty, you can see him tapping the boost. He's only got 17 seconds remaining, but less than 2 laps to go. Could it be enough for him to get back in the picture? Remember, they all want to win this first round, an historic first round of the ESC Championship here at the Printworks, as they have to come on the outside here.
Brooks is absolutely sent a huge lap, 36.9, 1.5 seconds to Nehru. I don't know if he's got any boost left, a little bit. You can see that little circle glowing. He's running him down. He's using the boost here. He's got 7 seconds left of boost, and he's there. He's there only a second now.
5 seconds of boost remaining. All of a sudden, Nehru feels it. A glance over his shoulder, and Brooks is hunting. Nehru is hunted.
This is huge. I think it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to turn 5 or turn 9. Definitely going to be super exciting. Can he close him in? It's under a second now. Oh, he's pushing the limits. Brooks there, using all the track all over the curves. Is he going to be able to make this really good and get the run down the straightaway and make a pass in T5?
He's using his final 4 seconds of boost. Is it going to be enough? He's right up the inside, but he's not close enough yet. He comes under braking, and now we're on the final lap. We're in the final stages of this first race. Nehru is in front of Brooks. These two are battling. Brooks closes the gap, but I think Nehru has got enough. He heads back inside the Printworks, and he's nearly there. Nehru, one more time, and he's done it. He is the first winner of the ESC World Championship, the Printworks London round. And it is Matisse Nehru who claims victory. What a race, what a ride, what a weekend the Swiss has had.
Wow, that was so exciting. Shetty in 3rd place. All of them, look how happy they are. They've got to be so stoked. The first final are. Look at the victory lap. These guys are going, they're just shaking. They're so stoked. Wow, all the fans, you can hear the audience. Look at, he is so pumped. Wow, Brooks, Shetty, Nehru.
Nehru, who has a trick or two up his sleeve. I'm sure he'd fancy it. A few of those if he could, but what a weekend. And he managed to protect that lead just from Dan Brooks, and those two, oh, they're smiling with one another, aren't they? Oh, what a great race. A little hop, a little bunny hop as they head back in. An incredible opening round here of the ESC. Well, let's have a look back at what happened in this race. And the start all went the way of Vernet as we see what happened there.
Yeah, it just looked like they cut the corner too tight on the slick stuff. They weren't on the actual track, and they just caused a crash.
As it settled down, there was Neru, who passed Vinay. He hung in there in that style, wide-armed, wide-legged.
Yeah, and look at Shetty. Calm, cool, and collected, makes the pass up the insider, tries it on Vinay. Whoa, they get a little bit tight there.
Vinay had some pretty wide elbows on a couple of occasions. This is where we saw Dakota Schutz end up in a bit of a scramble here, as he all of a sudden was under pressure from Lara. He went scrambling. Oh, he didn't like that.
And then this is Brooks hunting Matisse down, but just not quite there. I thought he was gonna make a move, but he thinks better of it. You know, maybe not, just too much risk there, but takes home second place.
Absolutely. And this was the moment. Checkered flag. History made from Matisse Neru, and a hug.
The first ever winner of the ESC. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so good. Let's go. Party on.
Talk to us about the race there. There was a lot going on, and you did use that boost, didn't you?
Yeah, I finished it all, I think, pretty fast. Then after I didn't have any, so yeah, that was sketchy, but just get it.
There's lots of people that are here today to support you. They're making a lot of noise for you in here. What do you want to say to your fans?
Thank you very much for following ESC. Let's go!
Dan, how are you feeling? You said you had a plan. You said you wanted to keep it under your hat. How did it work out for you today?
It went a bit wrong at the start. I got caught up in a crash, so I had to fight through the field, so the plan went out the window, and it was just pure attack. Tried catching him up, but couldn't quite get close to him. But I was happy to put on some good racing for the first event for ESC. So yeah, I'm really happy.
One of the fittest men in Asia I've been hearing about today. How are you feeling about that third place at the podium?
It's so amazing, and a big thanks to ESC and everyone who's organized this wonderful sport, bringing in so many athletes and amazing people together. And I'm super proud I got the podium.
ESC with a statement opening round of the World Championship. And for the younger ones, this is something they'll remember for quite some time, I think. And for the older ones, well, it's something they've never seen before. It's a new sport, micromobility. It's a word that will be very much on the lips of these people as they head on out of Printworks. But more than that, it will be the superstars they've seen. Matisse Neru winning this first round, which is a phenomenally good achievement. Remember, you know, there are two things that they're fighting for. There's Anish Shetty. Plenty of points for Carlin throughout the day. Dan Brooks makes his way up the big hill, and he'll head on to that second place. But it's the winner. Let's listen for the reception then for Matisse Neru from Player One. Looking at the podiums, you can see what they've been able to do. So the first of the trophies going to the winning team of the day. More points on offer to those that win in the final. Anish Shetty receiving his. Who's going to get a kiss for good measure then?
Look at him.
Absolute delight. Loads of pictures being taken everywhere. Second place then for Dan Brooks. There is Dan Brooks, angelic, baby face. But what about the winner? There he is, Matisse Neru. Takes it in delight. And the words on Matisse Neru's lips at winning the first ever ESC race. And the party now begins for all of the riders and all of those here. Marcus can't help but be involved.
He loves it. I love his energy. And look, 3 different nationalities, different diverse profiles of sport, and Brooks pops it early. This isn't his first rodeo.
Party time at the Printworks then. Nehru. He's having a bit of trouble with this, isn't he?
Yeah. There we go.
Finally pops the cork. The celebrations for one and all. A brilliant performance from the Player One team and from Marcus Nehru.
A little bit of encouragement. Come on.
Yeah, well, there's needs a bit of help here. You've got to be careful, Nehru, that he doesn't capture a cork in the face. Here we go, Anish. Third with the champagne bottle as he was in the race, and now he sprays it in quite some style.
He's excited, giving the crowd a douse.
Well, the riders finally can relax. It's been a weekend where they've been tested physically, they've been tested mentally, and they've been tested, of course, emotionally with everything that they've had to deal with here. But really, they've provided some wonderful racing for us.
It's been unreal, it's been exciting, electrifying, and this is only round one.
Oh yes. I think somebody said it a little bit before me, but things will only get better. There's no doubt about that as they learn the S1Xs, as the teams get a better handle on the race weekend and they figure it all out. But history is made at the Printworks in London. The first ever round winner of the ESC is the Marcus Nehru and the Player One team. Let's have a look at the final classifications then. We can see exactly where they all finished. There we go. The ESC first champion, Marcus Nehru, in 5:45.65, followed in very closely by Dan Brooks. Stellar weekend from Anish Shetty, couple of race wins for him. Killian Lara excited throughout, with Vernet and Schutz following up. Terrific weekend, highlighted by a victory for Nehru.
You at the next round. Thank you, everybody. It's been amazing.
Thank you, James. We send it back with the news that Nehru has won.
Have it, ladies and gentlemen, history has been made at our first ever eScooter Championship here. I am so excited. And isn't it a little bit iconic that you and I stand here together, Elliot, and the very next race is in Switzerland, and our championship winner just happens to come from Switzerland, and he'll be able to defend his title championship from home soil. I'm telling you what, whoever wrote this script, shout out to you.
Man, I love this sport. Like, that podium just captured it perfectly. You have Dan, this like veteran racer, immediately pops his champagnes, knows exactly what to do with it. Matisse, like he knows what's going on. He knows to spray some people. And then I think it was Seth that said it, one of our commentators, Sub-Zero, Anish. He's just like this, you know? I don't care, just leave me. Like, let me do my thing. I'll eventually pop it and spray the fans. It's just so good.
Oh, the vibes were so immaculately high, as they damn should be. We've had a whole weekend worth of, racing and riding, and I think one of the biggest things is this growth area we've been talking about. I mean, ESC has come into the mix here as their own new category of sport. We really have to hammer down on this point because it's really encapsulating the sustainability, the diversity, the inclusivity. There are so many more titles that we can put alongside the eScooter Championship here. And I just think that this is something so amazing and I guess the very beginning of a sport that both you and I, Elliot, and I'm sure beyond, will be able to ride the coattails on.
Yeah, you're so right. And I feel like we hear those words a lot, but just being here, like, what does that mean to me? I think the inclusivity of being in the pit and being right around the riders, the accessibility of being able to go up and talk to people, the riders that are here and the fans and the teams. It's just one of those things where it feels it feels cool. It feels like there's no barrier. And then kind of the diversity and that pathway, I think it's something that's really special to me, because growing up and not being able to necessarily like immediately have that path, the ESC is creating that path where you can go, and if you're fast enough, it's all merit-based, it's all gender neutral. So you can actually start watching this right now and say, hey, I want to get into it, go, race, have fun, be fast, take the win, and then next thing you know, you're on the TV.
I mean, my goodness, there's so many grassroots schemes that are running throughout 2023 as well. And we know they are trying to implement, the most widely accessible racing program we have ever seen. And I think with what we've seen so far, especially when you're talking about accessibility, I think that's one of the big key factors here around the sustainability factor that we've been talking about. But you can see right behind us a little bit of celebration going on. And I kind of want to point out to the audience out there that's sitting at home or wherever you are right now and you're watching this and you're missing out on this. If you happen to be in the London area, or let's say you're near Sion and able to get to the very next race and you don't come along, you're missing out on photo shoots, you're missing out on the opportunity to be sprayed by champagne if you wanted to. I mean, you have to get involved. I tell you what, that's the biggest thing, is that you and I are in this beautiful Electric City right now, but the moment we get out of here, I'm asking for another champagne bottle. I'm getting to the top of that ramp. I mean, that is my only thought after all of those riders having a heck of a good time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it was so cool. We talk about how cool the event is, but the racing, I don't think we could have had a final that was better than that. Seeing Dan come from crashing in the first turn all the way to almost passing like Nehru at the very end. We talked about it all day long, that strategy with the boost. Nehru said, yeah, I'm just going to use all of mine as soon as I come out of the gate. And then Dan saved it up. I think he was trying to maybe get, like we talked about, that turn 5. So here is what we were talking about. We see Shetty get that jump like we were talking about, go in the inside. He actually pushed Dan like right around the inside there, causing him to crash. And then it was just a battle straight away. Matisse trying to run away and hide. You see him getting to the back, making a little save there, but it's just so cool to see how fast these riders and these athletes took to the sport, Jess.
I mean, it was kind of, a good representation that if Brooks does fall around that dramatic ramp that we've been talking about throughout today, the drama, it absolutely found and crept its way into the finals as well. But the fact that he could get up out of last position, fight his way back to almost contend for that first place position. This is what we say when number one, you can get back up, jump back on the S1X and keep riding. But furthermore, we have the fastest riders in the final here. You said merit-based. I cannot agree with you anymore. Wow, the kind of power that these kind of riders are able to give to us. I tell you what, this is the kind of final that you want to see. And the fact that it came so close down to the end there, I mean, God, you could just see the riders were putting everything into this one.
Totally, yeah. I mean, Dan getting that 36-second lap time, faster than anything we saw all day. Player one taking that team championship or the team lead going into Sion. I don't think we could have set the next race up any better.
I know, and no, we did talk about the points, about the teams collecting them, players collecting, and riders, of course, player one being the one to be able to accrue that one. But we have one final question for you here, Elliot. I was going to ask you, a little bit of a sarcastic question. I'm Australian, that's what we do here. But rather, I would like to know your final thoughts here. We're in Printworks London. You and I are in the Electric City, and we'll fly over there in a very short moment. But what do you think about this race as a whole? We've got the whole season ahead of us. What are you expecting?
I think the thing that surprised me the most was just how unpredictable it was. So it really shows how good the equipment is, how good the athletes are. I think if we see kind of like boring racing, we can kind of say like, yeah, like, it's not there yet. But today, couldn't predict a thing. You saw crashes, you saw drama, you saw passes. It's just amazing.
Well, there you go. That is it. We've crowned our very first ever champion here at the ESC. And guess what? That's it for me and Elliot. We might be in this Electric City, but we're going to go pop some champagne right now, Elliot. Get ready. We're out of here. Thank you all. And we'll see you at the next race in Sion.
When I'm in the race, there's no place I'd rather be. I just need to go, don't matter where it leads. I'm in control, destination guaranteed. They tell me take it slow, but this is the ESC. This is the ESC.